Hey everybody, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by my channel and spending some time with me today. I am looking at starting a new project to put into our picker projects now that we have seen some flip throughs of 3 of our previous 4 projects, right? I am still working on the other one. We will see more of it, but right now I wanted to introduce to you another project that I wanted to do with the holidays coming up. It's getting kind of late, and I'm hoping that I can get these in. I'm hoping I can get this one done relatively quick. So I've got these little books, and I took this one apart. This is the Gingerbread Man, copyright 1953. Okay, and basically what I've done is I've taken it apart and I've added some scrapbook paper. This is going to be pockets, some journaling paper, with the idea, same idea we have with the little golden books. I've kept the story intact because these were signatures. This is also folded to be pockets, but it's cardstock, so I separated in the middle on this one. There's some, what do you call it? Planner paper, some Rit dyed paper. This is for menu planning. And then we've got this piece of scrapbook paper in the middle here that I've lined, and I haven't decided if I want to fold it in for tucks or if I want to trim it off. And then here we have a signature center, which I haven't decided what to do with. So as you can see, I've turned this into like a single signature booklet. And I want to see if we can get all of these done, and I will put them in my shop. And I was kind of thinking they could be small little, almost like gift journals, like little ones. So I wanted to look at taking these ones apart. So we have Timothy, Where Timothy Lives. This is a little one about a horse looking for a house, I think. Okay, and then we're just going to cut the I don't remember exactly how I did this the first time. I might have just pulled the staples or pulled the, take this, and it's one signature, and it's just in the spine. So if you pull it, it comes out and it's still intact. I just have to, what do you call it? Pull the staples out of there. They're rusty, so that might take me a minute. And then all I did was cut it up the middle. Okay, so we're just going to cut them. I say that and then my scissors get hung up. Just like that. Okay. Okay, and then we have Why Do You Love Me? This one is from 1970. And we're going to do the same thing with it. It's the same kind of book. You just pull and then cut it up the middle. Okay, that's another one uncovered. And then we have Big Little Kitty. This one is from 1953. You have to give me a minute. Some of them are done in Roman numerals. As a matter of fact, I think the only one that wasn't was the one from 1970. Okay. And I'm not really worried about whatever it pulls out here in the center because I'm cutting this in half. And then that's going to be where our little spine goes. However I decide to make a spine. I haven't decided that yet either. So we have that yet to do. Okay. And then we have Chicken Little. This one is from 1958. And this one is, as you can see, damaged in the back. So it's not going to take much at all for this one. This one's like ready to come apart. I probably could have just torn it up the middle and it would have been fine. Okay, and then Too Many Kittens. And this one is 1963. Okay, and all right. So that's all of them taken apart. And then what I thought we would do is hunt through some scrapbook paper and see what we can find in the way of a few pages to go in these. What's really nice about them is, if I'm not mistaken, the signatures are, assuming they're all the same size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches perfectly. And then they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 this way. So assuming that they're all the same, we're gonna real quick check. This one's a little taller than 6, which is fine, and this one's almost 5.5. This one is 6 and almost 5.5. They're all about the same size. I'm pretty sure they're not all tell-a-tale books, but they all seem to be, maybe they are. They all seem to be from this Whitman book Western Publishing Company. So that would be why I would say that they're probably all about the same. 6 inches up, 5.5 inches. So that'll make it really easy because we'll be folding papers in half to make the pockets and stuff. So let me get the staples and stuff out and we'll be back to pick paper. Okay, I've pulled out all the staples and these ones are separated and destapled. I did grab a pile of papers for us to make a start. I did want to point out, this looks, when you look at the front cover of it, I mean, he's got a green peppermint on his head and he's got a green peppermint stick and it's red plaid. It looks very Christmassy. But when you go in here, and that's what was my thought, was I was going to get Christmas paper. But when you go in here, I mean, she's hanging clothes out on the line. She does have on a shawl. But when you go to the outside, it's grass and daisies and they're working in the fields and it seems more either spring or fall. With the daisies, could be summer. I don't know. So I chose not to put Christmas paper in this. So we are going to pick the papers based on, I mean, a little bit based on the theme, a little bit based on the backgrounds, and just see how it goes. So let's take a look at this one. This one's all about little kitties. It's got lots of little toys in it. She's playing with her kitties in the garden. Actually, she's got stuffed kitties. She's playing with her stuffed animals. And I actually have one that's like got train, like an animal train on it. The problem is it would have to be, there's a kitten. Okay, so she gets her kitten and I'm just trying to get an idea, a feel for the paper that could go in here. Another thing that I am really leery about is I don't like sticking paper in where like it would cut his arm off. So this might actually be a place where I don't stick anything. Okay, so, you know, I keep an eye out for stuff like that. Sometimes I'll break up a scene, but sometimes I'm like when you're cutting an arm off of somebody, but I might break this scene up even though it's in the kitchen. Okay, so let's take a look at the papers I've grabbed. This was more for the horse one, I think. That's what I was thinking with these. So I'm going to set those aside, and I've got some scraps here to make little pockets and stuff out of, which we aren't going to do today, but I thought I'd grab them while I had them. Okay, so we have all kinds of, this is a little girl doing all kinds of things. This might be a fun piece to put in this book. If I don't bury the book. Okay. I usually do, now in the gingerbread man, I did 3 pieces of scrapbook paper. This was the little toy train paper I was talking about, because she's got in here where her toys are set up like a little train. So I don't know what would be that would be the kitchen on the other side. So I don't know. There's a lot of pinks in this book, which is why I was leaning away from this. But I do like this idea, because she does go into a garden. It's very, I don't know, it just seems very her. And I have some other papers that could go with that. So let's get that out. Oh, I also got these because I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I was done with this pad and they keep popping up and terrorizing me. So if we can find a place to use these, I'm going to be thrilled. Anyway, I got chicken paper for Chicken Little. I was looking for, let me see what I'm reminding myself what all I have in here. Okay. I think we could do, what about something like that? Now this one might have to have a cut pocket or something because that got torn coming out of the pad. But we could do something like that and then maybe stripes or argyle. I have this argyle pattern in here. I don't know that I don't want to do all flowers. And this has got kind of some flowers on it. And this is all flowers. So I don't want to go all flowers. But I'm okay with going all this kind of kids' bright paper. I also have polka dots in here. So we could do polka dots instead of, I might do polka dots. I don't know if I'll use the argyle. The argyle is going to have to hit a page where I go, oh, that'll go really good right there. Okay, now, the nice thing about this, oh no, they're all cardstock. So we are going to have to do some splitting. And basically all I did, well, one of two things, actually. Let me see where this folds in half. Because obviously I'm going to fold it like this. Along its stripes, right? So let's see where that folds. Okay, and this would be the other side, and none of that looks upside down, except for that one, except for a few of these upside down butterflies. But that's okay. I'm okay with butterflies flying upside down more than I am with flowers growing upside down. So this will go like this if I fold it in half. Now what I did before, I'm losing track of all my stuff, guys. What I did before was I folded it this way, and then I took it and I folded it in half this way. Okay? So we're going to get that nice and creased. And then we decide which side we want to cut. Okay? Because you're going to have to cut the center out to get rid of bulk. That's what I'm doing this for. And I think I'm going to cut this bottom part. Although it's going to be tough because it's going to go through glitter. This goes through less glitter. Maybe we will do the top just because, like I said, it goes through less glitter. Okay, and basically how I did this, guys, was I took my ruler. There's still glue from where it was in the pad. Okay, I took my ruler, and because I'm right-handed and I cut on this side of the ruler, I lined this up, and I said, okay, I'm going to cut. I lined it up just to this side of a line, just to the left side of the line, so that I could use the line to line up on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this side of the line first, so that this cuts free, and then this is still held tight while I cut the other side of the line. Because I've made the mistake of doing it the other way around, and basically what happens is it moves. If you cut this free first and then try to cut over here, if you're right-handed, it moves. So I do it this way so that it doesn't move. So since I'm right-handed, I cut the left side of the line off first. And this is only if you're going to do it with a ruler and all this. If you're going to do it with a cutter or, you know, some other kind of something, then you don't have to do this. Okay, and I'm going to go to that side of the line, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to line it up right against the fold, and I'm going to do it to this side of the line. And I try to make it as narrow as possible, but it will be hidden in the seam. So, you know. The thing about this is when you do this, of course, you are going to have to... Oh, wait. I didn't go all the way to the fold, guys. Okay, let me just... Not really sure what was going on there, but... The only thing with this, of course, is those aren't going to get sewn shut. You're going to have to glue them. So whether you're making it a side tuck pocket or a top tuck pocket, you're going to have to glue these sides down. So that's one of our pockets, and we're going to have to do that with all of these pieces. So we're going to do it with this one because they're all cardstock. One of the ones, and I think most of the paper I got is cardstock actually. One of the ones I took for the gingerbread book was paper. So all I did was fold it in quarters and stick it in there. Come on, you can do it. Tell you what, guys, lining up paper, not my forte. Actually, it's fine. It just takes me a second to get it. That's what happens when your eyes go bad. Don't get old, guys. Okay, so we're going to go to the one side, and we're going to cut this line out. I don't need this ruler. Okay. I use the knife, again, I've mentioned it before, because I can stop and start where I want versus the rolling blade. And again, trying to make this as absolutely narrow as possible. Okay, and then we just take that out of there and cut it. The other thing I could do, remember I had the one piece of paper in the gingerbread book where I cut it in half. So it was, I would fold this in half and then, or cut, actually just cut 6 inches off of it. So let's go this way and we'll cut 6 inches off of it. And it'll just get rid of, and one of these won't be pockets. They don't need to all be pockets. So we'll go right here and we'll just cut this one in half. And then I can use this for, you know, decorating or pockets or... Why? Why are you doing that? Okay. I think I was getting caught on a piece of the glitter and it was skipping my knife out. And for some reason I couldn't get it to cut right. At least it wasn't on the side that I want to keep. Okay, so that's going to be that. And this does have glitter pieces on it, so it does peel a little bit. It's where it's going to get sewn, so I don't know how much of it would show. And there we have a page. So that will be that. Now, let's put these in the kitten book and figure out where they're going to go. And I'm thinking this might actually be the one we put here with the toys. And we might put it this way. Yeah. I'm all right with it in the kitchen too. So we'll put that that way. Okay. Yeah, cute. I like it. All right, and in here, ooh, that's awfully close together. And here was where I wanted to put the garden, right? Like I said, awfully close together. Oh, we do have to trim the ends. I forgot about that. The ends have to come off. Especially for the ones that we cut into pockets, because they, oh, that's the arm. We don't want to break the arm. Oh, this would be okay, though, because there's polka dots there. Okay. So that's our scrapbook paper in our Too Many Kittens book. Now, remember what I said, these are going to have to be, I forgot about the pockets needing to be, so my scrapbook paper needs to be cut down to 10.5 inches. So basically what I have to do is take, let's pull this one first. And even if it cuts flowers, guys, I just have to take, I'm making them 5 1/4. That way they fit in the book well. It's somewhere around 5 3/8, I think, is the actual size of the page. But 5 1/4 works really well. So yeah, I cut these 2 flowers on the end in half, but that's all right. Yeah, so the pages stick out past the scrapbook paper, and I'm okay with that. So, and then this one needs to be. That one we're going to wait, because that's the one where we can fold it over and make tucks or like that. If I do it down here and cut it to 5 1/4, let's see if I can make one that is the same size as the pages. Oh, my daughter's downstairs. She's supposed to be doing schoolwork. She shifted her week to line up with her brother being off work, because his weekend is not a normal weekend. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that almost comes closer. So maybe we'll cut them 5 3/8 from now on. Okay, and then we keep this one because I could fold it back and make tucks. We could do, you know, we could do stuff with that. So we're going to keep that. Okay, so that's the scrapbook paper in this book. It's another one. I will add dyed paper and stuff like that also. Okay, Chicken Little. Where are we going to go with this one? Oh, there's apples. Oh, that's right. The apples were a big deal. I think the chickens are going to have to be the one we cut in half, because the chickens are directional. If I can find them. They're in here somewhere. There they are. I see them. Chickens. The chickens are directional, so they have to be cut, which is a shame because it's thin. So this has to be the one that we cut in half, because I don't want to fold and have upside down chickens. I just don't want to do it. All right, I got to move the book. This is definitely going in here. I don't know where it's going yet, but it's definitely going in here. So we're going to cut this one. And we're going to cut it right here. Am I going to be beheading chickens? Probably. That's okay. They did that themselves when they did the repeating pattern and cut it into squares. All right. Seriously? I always love it when my paper cutter can't cut. All right, so we'll fold this one in half. This is one that we can do tucks with, so we won't cut this one off. So we have that. Let's see what else we have in here. I do have, oh my goodness, guys. I do have this one that's apples. The problem, again, will be the apples are directional. So folding it in half like this, you're going to end up with upright apples on this side and upside down apples on that side. I don't know that I mind it. I mean, and to be honest, those look like pumpkins. I mean, if we're honest. Okay, I don't know if the Chicken Little one is going to lend itself to the the colors in here are more fall, more. So let's go that route. And I didn't pull anything for that. Aha! Do this. Okay, this can be. All right, and before I fold it in half, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it to 10 3/4. 10 3/4. I haven't decided about the. They don't all have to have 2 sheets that fold up into pockets. We could cut this and do it like the chickens. $10 3/4. And then when it folds it in half, it should be 5 3/8. Okay. And then we're going to fold it in half this way so we can cut a chunk out of it. Let me make sure. Yes. Okay, so this is the way I want to cut the chunk. This one again is cardstock. Like I said, I don't think I grabbed a lot of papers. Which now in hindsight, I'm like, hey, you should have grabbed some more papers. So you didn't have to do all this cutting. But I think we will use the apple paper, and I think we'll just cut it in half. This fold's hard to see because this paper's busy. Okay. We'll pull this one out of here. And there we go. We have that one. And then we're going to just cut this one in half. So I'm hoping that I can get these, like I said, I want to get these up in my shop so they can be like little mini, they can be little gifts for somebody. Like you could introduce somebody to junk journals with these. You could put that up there. It wouldn't come off the board. And as you can see down there by that white edge, it's not cut perfectly straight either. I don't know why I always end up doing that. We're going to trim this one. Usually I wait, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it while I'm thinking about it. Anyway, so I wanted to get these up in my shop because I figured they would make cute little gifts. Okay, so in here we are going to put the apple paper where you see the apples. Okay, so that's right in the beginning. And then what do we have here? Oh, this is a good place for the chickens, I think. Or maybe here. We'll do it here. We'll turn it inside out. They're not all facing the same way. Depending on what I end up doing with these pages. Okay, and then the leaves. What's in here? And we'll put the leaves in the middle. Or well, in here. Okay, and that one is done. All right. This is great. We get scrapbook paper picked for all of them. We have 3 more to do. 3 more to do, right? I have 3 done, 3 more to do. So we have about half a dozen of these. Let's see. All right. Big little kitty. This one's got a lot of the pinks. Oh, this has got Christmas. This is very girly. So we'll definitely be using some of that girly paper in here. And there's a train. Some cows. Looks like a loaf of bread. I can't. Okay, so let's grab this back. We might be able to use the argyle paper this time. Not that one. Not going to use that one again. I'm wondering if I could use this. I mean, it's got the greens and the pinks. I'm actually thinking I could use it right there. Or in any one of these. I mean, it would go. Yeah, I think we're going to use a piece of it. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll use a piece of this. I'm so excited. I don't know that we'll use more than one, though. I don't want to overdo it with the crazy. Plus, I have to make sure that the other pages that I put in here will Oh, I think I wanted to use this in here. This is double-sided. So this would be really good to be one that I cut in half, or... I need a 6-inch piece. So what I might do is cut some off the top up here. I don't want to cut any of the... All right, we're going to have to finagle this one, guys. Okay, so let me... We're going to try and finagle 6 inches without cutting the portraits. It is the weekend. I apologize if you hear my noisy children. I know I'm always saying that, but they're noisy. I don't... Like I said, I am looking forward to the day where I am in a craft room and I don't have to say, I'm sorry about my noisy children. I did not cut that straight. Guys. And this is going to cut into the bottom of the portraits. Well, since that edge isn't straight, if I can get this one to cut straight, I can take off at the top of that one. It's got bows. I'm not as worried about the bows as I am about the portraits themselves. So let's go. And hope that that didn't... Okay, and then take a 1/2 inch off that way. Well, it's straighter. I mean, it wasn't massively unstraight. It was just unstraight. Okay, so go up, move my hand. It's because I can't hold an 18-inch ruler down all the way up to the top. I mean, my hand just isn't that big. Sorry. Okay, and then the nice thing about this, of course, is I don't have to worry about... Still not straight. Or something. Guys. $18 1/4 is where I should cut this. So we're going to cut it right here. We'll take off that extra portrait. Hopefully I'm not cutting one in half on the other side. I didn't even look. I cut one off on the other side, it looks like. Okay, I like it. That'll go in there. That was a lot of work. Alright, and then we were going to do this. Wait, what did I do with it? Oh, it's under here. We were going to do this one. Because I'm thinking that this is probably going to be my best bet for using it. And it may be my pocket, even though it's double-sided, it may be my pocket one. And I'll keep the lighter side. This side seems darker to me. Yeah. Okay, take that off. And then we'll just fold this up. I suppose it's not hugely directional. It's just the way my eyeballs look at it and go, okay, it goes this way. Well, actually, the branding strip kind of tells you which way it goes, but... All right, and I'm going to fold this in half like this, and I'm just going to... I'll cut the center out. This is a lighter weight cardstock. I'll torture you. I mean, I will not torture you with cutting more centers out. That's going to be another one of our pieces, though. And I'll trim it and everything later, but we've got 2. And then we need 1 more. I don't know. Sorry, I'm looking at them off to the side, I know, but not that one. Not that one. I'm thinking one of these flowery ones. So we just have to pick. Let's spread them out like that, and we're going to go like this. This would go here. Either of these are going to go about the same. Although this really catches my eye here. Or here. Yep. Okay, we're going to use the lavender one. Put these back. These out of the way. We're going to use this one. Okay, and I am going to make it pockets, and we are going to fold it up. Like, this is actually sideways. But I feel like that's okay. Because then I can cut the glue mark off as my... I know I said I wasn't going to cut any more pages, but I want to cut this glue mark off while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I'll come down here, and when I trim it, I'll just trim it willy-nilly, and I won't pay any attention. Okay. All right, and then I don't know that I'm going to be able to fold this one in half. You know what? I'm just going to tuck it in here. That one's got to be cut. Okay, so that one's done. Where are we at? Okay. We got 2 more to do, guys. We can do this. This might be where I do the browns. There's berries. Oh, I've got some strawberry paper. There's flowers. Berries, butterflies. This one's very browns and yellows. But there's flowers. Okay, so maybe this one. I like the copper with the fur of the bear, and then it's not too overly... We're going to put it up there. I'm not going to do the trimming with you. Okay, we do have to look at what else we've got in here, though. I thought I got out a piece of the... Oh, you know what? I might use another piece of this. Guys, using this up is like my this one. I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to force it. But I did have... I feel like the browns would be kind of fun because of the bear, because it's bears. And I had another page that would be fun, but I don't appear to have gotten it out. What if I did these? I don't think they go with the style of the book. Although I'm not mad at them. This one's actually harder. These are all lightweight. I'm wondering if I should do... Maybe I won't do that one. Which is a shame because I like that one. So we're going to do these. So we still have the pinks for the berries and the flowers, but we're going to have... And these are all thin. So I'm going to cut them to 10 3/4. When I have a specific edge I want to trim off, I'm like, I better do it now or I'm going to forget. Okay, and then this folds up like this. And then this one. And that flower cardstock, the one that I first picked, I might end up making that a knot pocket piece. Because these are both going to be pocket pieces. Wait. This one's going to have this because I want that. Well, you know what? It'll be on one pocket, not the other. It'll add variety. Okay. So we'll do it this way. And that way both the pocket, one of the pockets will have that pink stripe on it, the other one won't. That'll be kind of fun. And then hopefully I'll be able to match it up in the book. Based on, you know, the pink stripe, whether or not I like it matching with whatever page is up against. Okay, so that's that one. We picked those pages. Oops. And then for Timothy, our little, some more rustic paper for him. See, I think these will be good. And these are both paper, and this is cardstock. So we will cut this in half. I know, we didn't put the bare ones in. I'm kind of worried that I'm going to have to go back and find different paper for them. I'm not saying I will, but I'm just kind of worried that I might. Okay, so we're going to take this one, and we're going to cut this. This is going to be the one we cut in half. And it's cardstock. Okay. And this one's more browns than grays, so we're going to use it. And we're going to stick it right where he was looking at the chicken coop. Ooh, and breaking all the stuff in the kitchen. He's looking for a different house. He does not like his barn, for whatever reason. Okay. Pigs. Ooh. I think we'll put that in there because there's water and stuff to tie the blue in. And these are paper, so I can just fold them and stick them, and I'm not going to trim them. We're just going to fold them into quarters, and I'm going to stick them in the book. And I'll trim them up to fit later. So this one's going to go here. I think this one's going to go back in the barn with the animals. So when we first open the story, right in here. Okay. All right, guys. So that is the beginnings of 6 mini journals. And this is our newest, well, no, because we did one other. We have the calendar, and now we have this. I am really excited to get these done. I'm hoping that I can get them done relatively quickly. This might be a very short addition to Pick a Project. Cross my fingers. And I will see you guys with the next project. Bye-bye.